Without the glasses.
No. Good morning. Yeah, this is Thornton from the federal courthouse in Las Vegas, Nevada. I got David Zion next to me here. I took about as much as I could. It's still in session in there. I took about as much as the BS and lies as I possibly could, and decided to come out and get a jump start on a live stream because John Lamb's in there taking some meticulous notes. And I know that when he gets out, he's going to do a really good comprehensive report on what's going on there. Plus, Andrea's in there. She's doing the same thing. So I kind of wanted to get a jump start on them. Like I said, they're in there doing preliminaries for the upcoming trial. The thing that is so absolutely disturbing to me is that the prosecution, Steve Myrie, the spokesman in there right now, along with Judge Gloria Gorbachev Navarro, have issued a statement, or a ruling, if you will, that the defense will not be able to use the First and Second Amendments in the defense of their defendants. They made that very clear, okay? In the last trial, it was interjected in an interesting way. One of the defense attorneys told the judge that both the state of Nevada and the federal government recognize the right to open carry and protest at the same time. Steve Myrie adamantly opposes even that type of approach, okay? You get what I'm saying? Is this judge, Gloria Gorbachev Navarro, and this court is using your First and Second Amendment rights as evidence of conspiracy against the federal government. Too. Yeah, they're messing with my. I'm going out here a little bit, trying to put as much distance. Keep messing with my signal. Give me a few minutes here. I'm going to put as much distance as I can between me and this federal courthouse so they can't mess with my signal. Anyhow, here's what I want everybody to do. Share this message. The NRA and every other Second Amendment rights group out there gets not a dime. Not a dime until they address this. Got that, Wayne LaPierre? You don't get a dime until you address this, because they are saying your Second Amendment right is conspiracy. It is evidence of conspiracy against the federal government. That is a precedent-setting case. I've said this over and over and over again. This is a precedent-setting case. Where are you, the NRA, National Riflemen's Association? Everybody that's a member of the NRA, you tell Wayne LaPierre you don't get a dime till you address this. You file a motion. You file a motion as a friend of the court on behalf of the defendants. You file charges against this judge. This Judge Gorbachev, Gloria Navarro. You file charges against her. This is so disgusting. It's absolutely nauseating to sit there and listen to this garbage. You know, Jesus Christ said it himself. They're like a whited sepulcher full of dead man's bones. Can you imagine what that'd be like? You know, let's put that into context. Back in that day, when a person was crucified, executed by the Roman government, the members of the family got a receipt for that body. There was a tag that went on that body, and it went into a sepulcher. Okay? And 1 year later, they'd go and retrieve that body, and they would put it in a usurary. It's like a big rock box. Can you imagine going in there after a year and the stench of the rotted body, and the only thing that's left is the bones? Okay, trying to get this message. I never had so much trouble in my life. Anyhow, when he's referring to the Sanhedrin, which I'm going to equate this federal court to the Sanhedrin, he said it is full of dead man's bones, all whited on the outside, all pretty on the outside. You know, I listen to their so-called pleasantries and their formalities, trying to make it all look proper, you know, proper and legal. It's nothing proper. There's nothing illegal in that court. And to sit there and listen to them spew that garbage, and Judge Gloria Navarro up there and giggling all the time, like these men's lives mean nothing to her. I don't know how many times he sat there and giggled and laughed. I'm trying to calm down. I had to leave because I feared that I was going to jump up about any time and pull a Robert Jones, start screaming treason or something along that lines. It is absolutely sickening. I don't know how many times I got to say it. The government shaping the narrative of all this, we allow it. Why aren't those defense attorneys jumping up and saying the First and Second Amendment rights are the rights of my defendants? That's all they were doing out there. Why doesn't the defendants, the attorneys for the defense, stand up and scream and holler? That same thing. What is she going to do to them? She can't do anything to them. It's a Constitution, the Constitution of the United States. And Steve Meyer, the prosecution, made a huge issue out of that. That is not going to be allowed this time, and she goes along with it. Well, they didn't allow it the first time. The only thing that was able to get in there edgewise during his court proceedings is one of the defense attorneys said, Your Honor, the federal government and the state of Nevada recognize your right to open carry. Now, if they even come out and say that, they're going to be penalized, chastised. Everybody out there that believes in the Second Amendment rights has got a firearm. You have got to get yourself involved in this. And here's how you get involved. Every Second Amendment rights club, primarily the NRA, the biggest one out there, has got to be put on notice. They got to be put on notice. Wayne LaPierre has got to be put on notice. You don't get a dime. The NRA doesn't get a dime until they get involved with what's going on here. Because the NRA, you are not representing your constituents as long as you allow this to take place. Because this is happening right under your nose. It's happening right in America right now. It's happening. And don't tell me you don't know anything about it. Because I know messages have been sent to you. We are losing our country right this minute. And those that are supposed to be protecting our country are doing nothing. Now I want to go on to the sheriffs. I said an awful lot about Sheriff Mack this morning. I got more to say to you, Sheriff Mack. You come out and you talk to me. I dare you. I dare you to go on a public forum and debate me. Because you're a hypocrite. You're a liar. You're a hypocrite. You debate me. I know what was said. I know what was going on at the Malheur Refuge. And you let everybody down, just like Stuart Rose let everybody down. And you're gonna come out, you're gonna go into Pahrump, and you're gonna talk to that sheriff, and you're gonna talk to those people, the guards, and you're gonna side with them? They shouldn't be here in the first place, Sheriff Mack. You know that. Either that or you don't understand the Constitution of the United States, not one iota. And you got the nerve to take their side? And you're saying, well, Ammon's not what he used to be. Hell no, he's not what he used to be. Put yourself under that kind of pressure. Or Mel, or Cliven, or Davey, or Ryan. Put yourself under that kind of pressure. And you come out almost a year and a half later and you tell me you're the saved man. You know what? By reference, you're alluding that there was something wrong mentally with Ammon at that time. No, there's nothing wrong with him mentally. He's rock solid. He's rock solid in his beliefs, in his convictions. You know, he's a member of the same belief system that you are. Go back and read the 98th section. Anything more or less than the Constitution cometh of evil. So you've sided with evil. And God said, I command you to forsake all evil. You sided with evil. And the 35th section, it says, and none do good, save it be those who are going to receive the fullness of my gospel. So you're doing no good because you have not received the fullness, which the Constitution of the United States of America is a part of that fullness. So you can't even represent your own belief system. You are so disgusting what you did out there in Pahrump with your sidekick. And I was there at the Bundy Ranch standoff. You showed up late. Oh, you put yourself in harm's way. Bull! You showed up late. You did nothing. Just like Stuart Rhodes did nothing. I don't want to ever hear anything coming out of your mouth again. If you don't like what I'm saying, call me. 702-300-3171. Let's get on a public forum and debate this whole thing. Okay. Trying to get myself under control here. I've been going through this for such a long time. It's horrible. It's horrible what is going on in our country. And you're going along with this garbage, Sheriff Mack? You're going along with what's going on in that court right now. You act like the court is a bona fide court. You want them to work it out in the courts. There's nothing bona fide, nothing legitimate about Judge Gloria Gorbachev Navarro's court. Nothing. Go back and listen to what Pete Santilli had to say. Pete Santilli gets it. He knows what's going on. This is a total usurpation of our court system by evil and nefarious people. And you signed on to that. You signed on to that. You took the side of that against our men, our patriots. You're a misnomer. You're a misnomer. That's what you are. You mean nothing. Okay. Let's see what Cheryl Lynn, those guys are going to have PTSD from those corrupt bastards. Exactly. PTSD. You know, you put anybody under that kind of pressure for that long, you know, that loves their children, wants to provide for their children. They don't know even what's happening. They're not there with their families. You know? You know the kind of pressure that puts on a man that loves his family? And that goes for all the Bundys. That goes for all the patriots. That is so destructive to a man's feelings and ego and everything else. Because he wants to provide, he wants to do the right thing, and he has to rely upon so many other people to take care of his family. Day in and day out they go through that. And then you throw in all the other stuff that's going along with it. Yeah, they will have PTSD. Yeah, Jennifer Applegate, yes, thank you so much. Of course Ammon has changed. I mean, when you look at him, his face is gaunt. He's lost a tremendous amount of weight. Cliven's lost like 60 pounds. They've all lost so much weight. Okay? Michael, okay. I'm pretty close to you. I'll come by and see you, buddy. I don't know what else I can say at this time. It's over and over and over. It's the same stuff with this judge. Nothing changes with this judge. I pray to God that he'll smite her, that he'll smite Steve Myrie. I really do. I'm sorry, you know, but these people are front and center of the destruction of these families. They're front and center in the destruction of this country and all of our God-given rights. They're front and center. And Steve Myrie, you know, he took special oaths and covenants when he went through the temple. Okay? And then when he took his oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States and defend it against all enemies, both domestic and foreign. How much worse can you get? How much worse can you get? You know, if your word's good for nothing, you're good for nothing. And his word is good for nothing. He gets up there as a self-righteous man and belittles these men that put everything on the line for the Constitution of the United States. And that freaking court, he sits there and he looks at them. He looks at them from time to time and belittles them, berates them for standing up for their God-given constitutional rights. Even his rights they stood up for. And he berates them and belittles them and treats them like garbage, that they deserve to be in prison, just like Sheriff Mack. They're all working under the color of law. They're all cut from the same cloth. Don't trust any one of them. Okay. Obviously, I've blown a gasket, you know. I make no apology for it. I'm so sick and disgusted of this. It nauseates me. I had to get out of that courtroom before I literally started to vomit from the crap I was hearing. You know, you go into this court, what is this court? What is it? You know, it's made of the finest stuff that you can get your hands on, the finest marble, the finest wood. It's an edifice designed for evil. And they think it has authority because it looks good. And somebody took an oath and took this this Gloria Gorbachev-Navarro and put her in that seat. So all of a sudden, she's got a brain that she can think. But she throws the Constitution of the United States out. She throws out all men's God-given rights out. It's nothing but a sepulcher, whited on the outside, full of dead man's bones. There's not one word of truth that comes out of there. It's all falsehood. It's all lies. It's all garbage. And I have no respect for it. None. Zero. Before I leave, I want to say one more thing. I want to repeat myself. Spread this. Spread this far and wide. The NRA, Wayne LaPierre, and any other gun rights movements, you don't get a dime. Not one single dime until you stand up for your constituents. That's going on right here. Because if you miss this, you've missed the entire boat. This will go out. She said from the bench that if you're protesting and you've got a firearm and that officer even sees that you've assaulted that officer, Wayne LaPierre, get your ass in gear. You file a motion right now, a friend of the court. You file a brief against this court. File charges against Gorbachev-Navarro. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Spread this, please.